Hello everybody, it's the Fat Philosopher here, and today we're going to be doing a comparison video between two of the most metal guitars out there. First up, we have the Flying V style, which is the Dean VMNT, Dave Mustaine style, known for its two big points at the end. And the other one under consideration here is the Warlock style. This one's done by Hondo Guitars. It's from 1986. It's a little bit of beat up, but a traditional style of Warlock guitars. Now these two here are the quintessential perfect metal guitars. When you think of metal, you probably think of these two shapes here. Of course there's others. You might think of an Explorer or maybe a Mockingbird, but they're just not quite metal enough. Explorer, Mockingbird, even the names, just what bird is metal, right? But if you had to choose, I'm lucky enough to be an owner of both of these styles here, but if you had to choose between one and another, what things would you be under consideration? Well, of course, as for sound, pickups, you can use any pickups in either one of them. The fretboards, same thing, you can get one of either one. But first of all, the looks. Now they both look kind of like weapons, so it's really good. Like if you really wanted, if you had to go to battle after this, right? Battle the hordes of the hell there, you'd definitely be taking one of these with you. But let's take a look at some other things here. First of all, the weight. This one's a lot lighter, right? Yeah, your V, it's just a lighter guitar overall. I'm not sure why. It looks big, but your V just comes out as being very, very light. So if you're an older metalhead like me, then you might be considering that. The Warlock comes in a little bit heavy. Maybe there might be basswood ones that are lighter, but your standard one, just a little bit more wood onto it, and comes up a few pounds heavier. So if weight's consideration, you might choose the V over this Warlock here. Now as for, let's take a look at playability. So the V also is really good for going great fret access, right? There's nothing in the way to getting up to the 12th fret, right? You're nothing hindering your way. This one here has got a little bit of a contour to it in the back, so your V would have superb access. If you're the kind of guy that's sitting there on the 24th fret and you need to shred out, the V is very good. Now the Warlock here, 1986 model, so it's got like the traditional, kind of right angle type of head joint there. And it's not bad. You can get up to the 24th fret. Of course there is a little bit of a hindrance. You can't really get your thumb into the upper ranges. But maybe the more modern one would have a better cut in the back. That might be a little more access. But I think in general it's just not quite up to the V. You can see here, get my hand up here, but I can't, my thumb is just way back here. Well, with the V, you can get your thumb way up there and get a lot more better access then. Next, let's take a look at the headstock. Now, a good metal guitar can also double as a weapon. Now, these are both pretty good here. So, the Dean here is it's got a bit of a tilt back on it, so it might break, but it's got a nice pointy 6 on the side style there. Nice 6 on the side style. It looks like it uses a good spear, right? The Warlock comes with a couple of there's the Eagle headstock, but this is, I think, a Stinger, they call it. As you see, it's a little battle scarred there, got a little ding on of it, being old. Well, that's a nice little, also 6 on the side headstock. Good for getting your enemy, right? Now, as for how it sits on you, I kind of like the way the Warlock has this kind of contour here, which if you, let me tilt the camera a little bit here, kind of fits right into your leg here. You can like go up and down. That's kind of convenient on that. Fits really good. Okay. V also is seeing here. Some people, the Warlock might be better if you want to play it on the side. The V would have a heavy neck dive though. I always wear a strap when I play my V here, so it just has no problem there. So maybe for the actual, if you're sitting on the side, the Warlock might be a little bit of a better shape for you. Now another advantage of the Warlock is that even though it's a pointy guitar, it's a little bit compact. Like it's not that much bigger than your Strat kind of thing. And this will fit into a Strat gig bag. So it might not fit very comfortably in the Strat gig bag, but it will kind of get in there. The V just sticks out like crazy, right? So I'm always scared about dinging this thing here. The sides. I'm probably dinged it a couple times already, but it's inevitable with the Deed. You're going to ding up the wings here. And it does not fit into a regular gig bag. You have to get a special one, which costs an insane amount of money. That's one thing. If you ever buying a V, check out how much they're charging for the case. If the case is not included, you might find out they're charging like $200, $300 just for the case for this. This one too, it's got a huge case, hard to carry around, not something, and I wish I could really just slip this into my gig bag, but unfortunately just too wide. You need a specialty gig bag. So if you're something like gig bags is a question, you don't want to spend a whole lot on a special one, then maybe the Warlock is a better guitar for you. But anyways, you know, so these two guitars, of course, I got recently here. I had the V longer. It's part of my diet special plan, so I can't really play it that often. But it's really light and sounds great. This one here, I just recently bought used. It's just $175 I paid for this. And it looks awesome. It's really banged up, but that's part of its charm there. Okay. Of course, I gotta get used to the weight a little bit, not compared to this one here. But anyways, I recommend both of these guitars for different things. But generally speaking, if you want great fret access and lighter guitar, you should get a V. However, you want something that kind of contours to your body that's easy to fit into a gig bag, then maybe a Warlock is good for you. But anyways, they're both great guitars. I hope you enjoy them. So, rock on and salut!